Hi guys, happy Thursday. We're nearing the end of another week. I hope you've all had a great week. I'm here to do a collective reading for you guys. Now guys, I know you're probably sick and tired of me saying it, but I have to say it because it's the only way that I get the reach, okay? If you would like to watch this reading completely in full and uninterrupted, please head over to my YouTube channel. You can find that by going to my TikTok profile. Underneath my picture, you'll see a YouTube tab. Click that and it'll take you directly to my channel. Okay, now I don't post the full reading on TikTok because TikTok does not like to promote the longer videos, and my readings tend to go on for around 30 minutes. Okay, so yeah, whilst you're there, if you're feeling the extra kind of love today, please consider hitting the subscribe button for me. It would really help in my channel's growth. I would really appreciate it. Okay, what do we have here for the collective? We have a Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have a Magician. Give me one more, please. We have a Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so very much feminine ruled here as it stands at the moment, okay? We have a feminine who I think has been feeling really disgruntled, really bored, really fed up, I think, because that's what the Seven of Pentacles energy is talking about, okay? It's somebody who perhaps has been working hard. If we want to look at it from a spiritual point of view, perhaps this is a feminine who feels they have done a mega amount of work on themselves and things still, seem a little bit dull, a bit boring, right? It's somebody, well, a feminine who is wanting to have more fun, explore life a bit more, and to be a bit more spontaneous, I think, okay? Because the Seven of Pentacles is now in reverse. So it's that energy of coming out of that feeling of, I'm just really bored, right? The Magician, yeah, the feminine's definitely been working hard on changing things up here. I think the feminine has had a brand new perspective on life, a brand new lease for life of some kind. They've been working hard, definitely been working hard at really learning how to manifest or even how to use the law of attraction, right, in their favour. Queen of Wands, this feminine in particular is feeling quite confident at the moment. When I see a Queen of Wands, I see somebody who is fiery and passionate, perhaps about or towards something they're doing or a project they're working on. It could be just how they genuinely are as a person, their overall personality. But this is somebody who has been through an immense amount of growth. It's a feminine who is highly intuitive, with the black hat here. And it's also a feminine who isn't afraid to speak their truth. Okay, and what I mean by that is they're not afraid to stand up for what they truly believe to be right. And they also aren't afraid to live their life exactly how they want to. Okay, as a sense of, I really don't care what anybody has to say about the way I live or how I choose to live, because I'm happy and I'm doing me, right? We also have a Queen of Pentacles. So in terms of stability, this feminine in particular, honestly, they're doing really well at the moment. They're feeling confident, they're feeling stable, emotionally, I think perhaps even financially with the pentacle being there. This perhaps comes after, a great deal of feeling as though, well, perhaps feeling not very confident, having very low self-esteem, perhaps being in that energy of poor me, or being in that pity party kind of energy, right? It was almost like, I am not going to continue living my life this way. This is boring. This is dull. I need excitement. I need laughter. I need fun, right? An example, I went to meet a friend a few weeks ago, a very close friend of mine. I've known him since we were in middle school, so a good 25 odd years. And we'd gone out for dinner. We'd gone out to have a catch up because we hadn't seen each other for weeks. And, we had a really lovely catch up, and we were both in that same energy of, we're both 35. We're in bed by 9 o'clock every night. There's nothing to look forward to. We don't have fun anymore. Is this really going to be it for the rest of my life? And we were like, no, we need to change this. We need to be more spontaneous. And I was like, we need to get out more. I need to meet new people, especially being single for so long now. I really feel like I want to go out and just meet people, talk to people, and do it organically as well. I can't do these dating sites. I just can't do it. I want to meet somebody organically. I want to be able to feel the energy, right? So my friend turns around and says, all right then, let's go out tonight. And I was like, no, can't do that. No, I'm still in my work clothes. No, money's not great. And he's like, what happened to us being spontaneous and being young and fun? And I was like, He convinced me that it was the right thing to do. I went home, quickly got changed, literally within 20 minutes. 10 minutes later, I'm at his house. We're having pre-drinks. We get a taxi off into our local town. We came home at 4 o'clock in the morning. We had the best time ever. And you know what? Mainly it was just us, just conversating, having fun, having a laugh, talking about old times, a few tears here and there. But it really was like almost therapy. It was great. And I feel as though, sorry for the long story, but I feel as though this is how this feminine is feeling at the moment. Okay, I want to go out more. I want to meet people. I want to explore life. This can't be my life for the rest of my life, you know? 6 of Swords in reverse. Tell me more, please. 6 of Wands in reverse. And a Judgment in reverse. Ooh. Okay. I mean, what is this all about? 6 of Swords in reverse is somebody who perhaps, okay, right, I get it. I was thinking this energy contradicts each other. And I was really confused because I was like, this energy isn't the feminine's energy. This must be somebody else's energy. And that's entirely what this is. This is a feminine's energy. This is somebody entirely different. 6 of Swords in reverse. Somebody is holding a pity party for themselves. Now, remember I said this feminine up here was in that energy, but decided this is not going to be the rest of my life. I'm not living like this for the rest of my life. I can't do it anymore. I'm young. I want to have fun. I want to be spontaneous. I want to live my life. But there is somebody within the feminine's energy who is in the complete opposite energy. They're having a pity party. There is a sense of, I can't get myself out of this situation. Right? We've all been there. I hold my hands up. I've been there myself. I can't do it. I'm sad. I'm miserable. I'm lonely. I don't want to go and have fun. I don't want to meet people. People scare me, you know? But you do find the strength to get yourself out of it. You reach a point eventually where you get sick and tired of your own shit. And you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, like, this is literally down to me and only me. I choose to make this decision and I'm sticking by it. I stand firm on that decision. And you have to show up every day. You have to be consistent with yourself. Even on days where you really don't feel like getting up out of bed and, going off to socialise or do something fun. You do it. You force yourself to do it. And that is how you become this energy up here. Somebody is not in that energy. Somebody's having a pity party for themselves. I can't get myself away from the shit that I've been through. So I'm miserable and I'm staying here, right? 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. How are you ever going to be successful if you're going to be in that frame of mind constantly? You're never going to be successful. You're never going to be able to manifest anything positively. I feel as though whoever this energy is down here, and I am going to go in and clarify it, shit things keep happening to them, right? And I say this all the time. If you are in such a low vibration where you look out to the world and you almost, you're angry at the world, or you're pointing fingers and you're blaming everyone else for the shit that's happened in your life, you're attracting more negativity into your life, right? You aren't going to be able to move forward in your life in a positive way. You're definitely not going to be able to manifest anything positive if you're in that frame of mind. You have to come to a place where, and this is something that I've really learned, especially this year, and it is through with the help of a professional, but nonetheless, it doesn't make me, I'm not ashamed to admit this, that you become what you're conditioned to believe you are, right? And what I mean by that is you experience a bunch of trauma. People treat you a certain type of way. People up and leave you after an 11-year relationship, abandon you, leave you homeless, jobless. You've got to look after a very young toddler, a child. How does that make you feel? People abandon you, people cheat on you, people abuse you. How does that make you feel? People call you names. Eventually, over all these years, these things start stacking up, and you almost become that person because that's what you've been conditioned to believe, right? By the way you've been treated, by the things people have said to you. That's when you become this energy, angry at the world, not wanting to go out and, have fun, be spontaneous and explore life, having a pity party. You're stuck in a rut. You're stuck in a rut, right? You are not what these people conditioned you to believe you are. And when you start uncovering all those layers and eliminating all those things that have happened to you and all those things that have been said to you, no, you did not deserve that to happen to you, and no, you are not these things these people have told you are, that's when you find yourself again. The you before the trauma, right? And that's when you reach this part. Shit things have happened to me. I've been through hell. But I'll be damned if I'm staying there. I'll be damned if I'm staying in hell. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And like I said, this feminine is in that energy, but somebody is not. Judgment in reverse. Somebody hasn't listened to their intuition. Somebody hasn't listened to the guidance that I feel their own spiritual mentors, team, guides, ancestors, whatever you want to call it. Whatever guidance they've tried to give this person has completely shut it down. Which doesn't surprise me, because again, if you're vibrating at such a low vibrational energy, and what I mean by that is you're living in anger, sadness, grief, sorrow, etc., etc., etc. You're vibrating so low that there's no link between you and your spiritual team. Well, there is, but you don't hear it. You don't hear it. Okay. I feel like I'm going on a bit of a deep one here, so I don't want to continue, but there's so much more I can say on this. Whew, heavy energy. Okay. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is being clarified by the Three of Wands in reverse. Give me one more. Ace of Swords. Okay. The feminine here, the main character in this storyline, decided enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of my life continuously being the same. Every day is Groundhog Day. Nothing changes. Situations don't change. My emotions don't change. The way I'm feeling doesn't change. And the only person who can change that really is me. So I'm taking my foot off that brake and I'm going full steam ahead. And I'm going to live and I'm going to claim the life that I am supposed to be living. Right? Ace of Swords. This feminine finally spoke their truth. There's something about this feminine, I feel perhaps in the past, whether that is, life in general, in romantic relationships or even friendships, this feminine had a real hard time in really speaking up for themselves or really speaking their truth. So I do feel perhaps this is a reason why this feminine has been through a great deal of grief. But they've reached a point in their life where they found grace within themselves. And they've said, I don't deserve shitty things to constantly happen to me because I am not a shitty person. And I will no longer allow anyone to make me believe that. Magician is being clarified by the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Judgment. Okay, so up until this point, this feminine has not received the love, the kindness, the affection that she deserves in terms of a romantic connection, okay? This feminine has craved somebody to share a life with for the longest time, right? I want to say even from childhood. They had a view on love that was almost fairy tale-like. And for the longest time, they've been taught to believe that that is not a possibility. That's not really how love is supposed to be, what it looks like, or how it feels. Bullshit. This feminine's come out of that now. I've never had my 10 of Cups. I've never had somebody I can fully trust, somebody I can fully rely on, somebody who I can really build with and just be genuinely happy, content. Enough is enough. The feminine made a decision. I'm moving forward and that's what I'm going to achieve. Magician being here to clarify. This feminine is manifesting like an absolute boss. And again, it's because the feminine raised their vibration so high to the point of, you can throw all this shit at me, I'm still going to smile at you. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands, please. This is such a refreshing reading, honestly. Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Okay. The Queen of Wands is no longer given to people, places, situations, or things that aren't giving the same amount of time, love, and energy back to them. Okay, that's what the Six of Pentacles is clarifying here. Five of Swords. This feminine is, they have their wits about them now, I think. Again, with the way in which I feel this feminine has really been through a great deal and found it difficult to speak up for what it was that they believed in or what it was they felt they truly deserved. And what I mean by that is perhaps this feminine wasn't able to put strong boundaries in place before. Things are entirely different now. The feminine has the wits about them. You can see here that the illustration of the person in this card is looking over their shoulders, but they're holding the sword. So it's almost like, I'm always going to be one step ahead of you. Always. And if I catch a glimpse of a red flag, I'm out of here. If I don't feel as though you're reciprocating the same way in which I am, blocked, goodbye. There is no second chances here. There is no giving the benefit of the doubt. This feminine, whoever this feminine is if this is you that I'm reading for, congratulations, because you've really gone through a huge life cycle here, and you're about to be really happy. Six of Swords in reverse is being clarified by the Emperor and the Hierophant. Okay. So whilst this person is in the pity party, now I just want to clarify, we now see that this is a masculine, okay? The masculine is the one who's holding a pity party. So this perhaps is somebody this feminine knows. Perhaps this is somebody the feminine dealt with. Perhaps this is somebody the feminine really struggled to put boundaries in the past. Perhaps this is also somebody who did not reciprocate, did not give as much as the feminine did to the relationship or the connection. Perhaps even made them constantly look over their shoulder for fear of them stabbing a sword straight in their back or even their heart, right? It is the masculine in the Six of Swords energy, the pity party. Poor me. Poor me. Yeah. How long can you stay in that energy for? How long can you remain there pointing your finger at everybody else, trying to blame everybody else for the shit position you are currently in your life? Now, I completely understand people go through turmoil. Again, I've been there myself, right? And it's not to boast in any way, but if somebody is continuously keeping themselves in exactly the same place, in exactly the same cycle, still refusing to wake up and look in the mirror, still refusing to look at themselves and do the inner work, still refusing to take accountability for their own life and expecting everybody else to do so, I have no sympathy for them. I'm speaking about somebody who has perhaps even been in this same cycle for 6 years. Because it's a Six of Swords, right? You need to understand. You need to get to the bottom of why you're constantly feeling that way. You can't constantly blame everybody else for the way you're feeling. You can't. You have to take control of your own life. Grab the bull by the horns, get on its back and ride that damn fucking bull, right? Excuse my French, but that's just how I feel, personal opinion. Now this is a masculine who is very much capable of becoming this Emperor energy. But whilst they're in this very low vibrational energy of poor me, pity me, I blame everybody else for the way that I am, it's not going to happen. Hierophant. Now, it does seem as though commitment is something that this masculine does want. But again, if they're constantly in that Six of Swords in reverse energy, and they go to get themselves into a romantic relationship, a romantic connection, it's not going to work. Because what will end up happening is, within a connection, there has to be compromise, there has to be clear communication, there has to be an understanding. You have to take accountability for things you may do or say wrong. If this masculine is constantly in that Six of Swords energy in reverse, Everything's always going to be the partner's fault. I did this because you said that. I did this because you did that. I did this because you made me feel like this. What? No, you're responsible for your own actions. The same way you're responsible for your own life. The same way you're responsible for getting yourself up in the morning, getting yourself dressed and getting yourself to work, etc., etc., etc. If people do shit things to you, it is your responsibility to behave in a manner of, well, in a way that doesn't accumulate more karma, doesn't accumulate, sad emotions, grief, misery, right? You can't always blame everybody else for your actions. You just can't. Tell me about the Six of Wands in reverse, please. Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. There is no success here. Now, it does seem as though what I was feeling was correct. This masculine held this feminine in almost a chokehold for a very long time. And what I mean by that is not physically in a chokehold, emotionally, right? Because this feminine who we're speaking about was blindfolded, literally tied up, surrounded by all these swords, surrounded by the negativity, surrounded by the very low vibrational energy, surrounded by the poor me, poor me, poor me, everything's your fault. So no wonder why this feminine spiraled into that energy, which matched the masculine's energy, right? I hope this is making sense. This is what's happened here. The feminine has finally learned grace. The feminine has finally learned their self-worth. I don't think the masculine is too happy about that. Sucks to be you, right? Four of Pentacles, yeah, that's that masculine not really being willing to give, very much like that Six of Pentacles energy. If you're not going to give and reciprocate the same amount of time, love and energy as I am, blocked, deleted, goodbye. That's where the feminine's at. This is what the masculine did to this feminine. Very stubborn, refused to give anything, I think. And that's why this feminine was in this emotional chokehold for such a long time. It's an 8, so 8 months, 8 years, very, very long time. Tell me about this Judgment in reverse, please, for this masculine. Three of Pentacles, give me one more. Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. So here's the thing. The Judgment in reverse for me was saying this masculine did not listen to the guidance that was coming in for them, or that was trying to come in to help them. Their own spiritual team, their own, descendants, ancestors that have passed before them, right? They were trying to work with this masculine, I think, with the Three of Pentacles. Now, again, I always say the Three of Pentacles is a very worky kind of energy, but when I see this in a romantic or love reading, I see this as working in collaboration, as in working together to achieve something positive, right? So they had guidance. They just didn't listen to it. Okay, so not that their spiritual team almost gave up, but this masculine is in such a low energy that the connection is just completely shut off. Okay, Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this masculine's completely lost all passion for life. Completely, entirely. Very sad, very down and out, very much pity party energy. Poor me, feel sorry for me. Everything's everyone else's fault. I hate the world. And I hate everyone. Right? It's not a great place to be. Now, I really hope this masculine does come out of this energy for their own sake. Okay? I'm going to ask the question because I don't see a re-coming together of this couple, to be honest. I think the feminine perhaps has learned a huge lesson here. They're really ready to embrace somebody who is also ready for that Ten of Cups connection, right? But we will see. You never know. Oh, what my daughter put? Oh, that's cute. She stuck them in there. That's sweet. Okay. So will this masculine eventually come out of this energy? What does this mean for this connection? What does it mean for this feminine? Fall in reverse. I don't think so. Strength. Two of Pentacles. There's too much indecisiveness here. Too much. This person needs to make a decision, and like I said, stick with it and be consistent with it. They need to find the strength and courage to do that. The Fool at the moment is in reverse. So at the moment, no. At the moment, no, I don't see it. Tell me more. Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay, we do have a Four of Wands at the bottom. And a Two of Cups, okay. Well, that's looking a little bit more positive. The Ten of Wands representing a feeling of feeling burdened by life itself. Feeling burdened by constantly being in a down and out energy, constantly being in that sad pity party energy. Feeling as though they've got the whole weight of the world on their shoulders. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Full of passion, full of excitement, full of charisma. Knight of Cups. There's love, there's emotions, there's feelings. Tell me more about this Fool in reverse, please. Tell me more about this Fool in reverse. I'm only going to pick one for this because it's quite a heavy energy. I don't really want to dive into it anymore. The Four of Cups, okay. Again, it's just that feeling of they're not taking that leap of faith towards a brand new life, a brand new beginning, because they're so shut off. They're just so shut off to the world. They really are. This person has completely lost themselves, I think. Hanged Man, yeah. So that's clarifying the Strength card. It's going to take quite some time. It's going to take some time for this masculine to come out of that energy. There's a need for them to gain a different perspective. There's that Fall in reverse again. Indecisiveness. This person struggles a lot with anxiety, I think, in making clear decisions and, you know, thinking of a plan and just going full steam ahead and executing it. In terms of, in comparison to the feminine's energy, not at all alike. Ten of Wands, please. Tell me more. High Priestess. It's almost as if they know this feminine is onto them. This feminine, I think, sees straight through them. So if you've dealt with somebody like this, then this reading definitely is for you. They know that you see straight through their bullshit. You know exactly what it is they're doing. You know exactly the reason why they're doing it. But the difference is now you're no longer sticking around to participate in that pity party. What's that saying? Misery loves... Why am I saying that? Misery loves company. But this feminine doesn't want to come to the party anymore. This feminine is sick and tired of the same party. Imagine going to the same party day after day after day after day for perhaps years on end. You would get bored, wouldn't you? The Knight of Wands is being clarified by the King of Pentacles. So I do think eventually this masculine does find the strength and the courage to put those burdens down, lay the burdens to rest, and come out of that almost self-sabotage energy, I want to say. Eventually, it is going to take time because, like I said, they're very disconnected from life and themselves at the moment. There is something about them gaining a new perspective on things. They need to gain a new perspective on things. The Fool in reverse being here again to clarify that Two of Pentacles energy. Until they've made that decision, like I said at the beginning of the reading, this is not going to be my life anymore. And I want to do things differently. And they wake up one morning and they start doing things differently. Things aren't going to change. Things just aren't going to change. And this isn't somebody who wakes up with every intention of, yeah, I'm going to do that, or sits there on a Friday night and thinks, right, Monday morning, we'll do it. Monday morning, I'm starting my diet. Start said diet for 3 days. By Wednesday night, they're ordering a takeaway. No, this is somebody who has to make a decision and put everything, every fibre of their being into completely remolding who they were conditioned to be. Okay? It's not this person's fault. It's not this person's fault. We have to have empathy for people, right? I think they've been conditioned to be this way because they probably have been through quite a lot in their own life. But again, if you're involving yourself in somebody like that, ultimately all that's going to happen is they're going to bring you down to their low vibration, and you're going to be in a place where things are just shit and you can't manifest and life is miserable. You can't do it. You can't do it. You really have to be selfish. Even if there is love there, even if there is care there, you have to be selfish in saying, I love you, but I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I have to think about me. You can't save people, basically. So it does seem as though this masculine does eventually find the strength and courage to lay those burdens to rest. There is a sense of them regaining stability here with the King of Pentacles. When they start feeling more stable, I do feel as though perhaps they will be approaching somebody in a romantic way. Is it this feminine? It could be, because I see the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, okay, Sun. Whoever it is, it's somebody that makes them very happy, okay? Let's just say that. It's a feminine who makes them very happy. A feminine who brings about a lot of healing, a lot of warmth also. A feminine who reciprocates the energy. Okay, now the reason why I said it's a possibility is because we have the Four of Wands, which is the union card, the reunion card, right? So the re-coming together of two people who have already had some kind of romantic connection, right? But again, until that masculine is in that energy, the feminine doesn't want to deal with this any longer and won't. The feminine will quite happily carry on with their life, knowing that there is potential that the thoughts of this masculine may have to be left way behind. Okay, so that was today's reading. Oh, it was quite a heavy reading, wasn't it? But hopefully quite profound, I say, quite poshly. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it resonated. If you do enjoy my readings, like I said, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would really, really help my channel grow. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll speak to you real soon. Take